Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan, also the North Central Chaplain for Broken Chains, JC. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is January 17th, 2026. We're looking at Proverbs chapter 7, and we're going to look at verse 9 and verse 12. Proverbs verse 9 and verse 12. Verse 9 says, "Whoever conceals an offense promotes love. Whoever gossips about it separates friends." This comment that Solomon is making is, if you are on guard for a friend, you see that they did something and it is going to cause them problems in your life, you will make less of it. But if you go around gossiping about it, you're actually going to cause a separation in your friendship. That's what he's talking about. And verse 12 says, "Better for a man to meet a bear robbed of her cubs than to agree with a fool." Now, why did I put those two together? Because sometimes we get in the middle of somebody sharing a tidbit, or somebody that is talking bad about how somebody else hurt them. And in the middle of that, we can find ourselves agreeing with them. They are acting foolishly in that moment. And you may end up finding yourself in a worse place than if you had run across a mama bear who her cubs were behind you and you were dividing her and her cubs. Now, if you're not aware, that mama bear is going to remove her obstacle so she can get to her cubs. You are a threat, and she will do whatever it takes to get you out of the way so she can protect her cub. Now, here's the thing, guys. Solomon is a very brilliant man who is given wisdom by God, greater than any man who has ever lived. And he tells us that if someone who you're close to does something, it's your responsibility to make that right with them. But if you choose instead to go out and make it other people's business, then you become a greater problem, and that friendship is likely to no longer be the bond that it could have been. This is especially true within marital relationships. I'm here to tell you I'm a husband, and I do things that my wife irritate her. And if we don't resolve them between us, it can create a much greater problem if she takes those outside of the marriage. Because now I have to not only overcome what I did in our lives, but now I have to overcome what everyone else thinks of me. And even if I get it right with my wife, because she shared it with others, I will never get it right with them. There's two sides to this equation. One, our responsibility within that relationship to keep it between us. Jesus said, if someone offends you, go to them. Solomon reminds us that if somebody comes to us with a problem that's personal about someone else, if we agree with them, if we listen and agree that we need to be involved in this, we're worse than a fool. We're worse off than what if we had been between a mama bear and her cub. Today, we have to carry both of those responsibilities. In our relationships with others, when they offend us, we need to do what's necessary to make it right between us without involving other people. Now, don't get me wrong. If something has to do with others and they're a believer, we go to them one-on-one and we address it. If it's still a problem and they won't do anything about it because it is about not just you, but other people as well, then you come with others that have experienced the same problem, 2 or more. If that doesn't work, you bring it to the entire congregation or all the people that have been impacted by it, the community. There's a difference between you being offended and needing other people on your side. That is just foolishness. But when the offense has a greater impact, that's when you go first to them. And then, if necessary, you take it to the next steps. Just something to think about today. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.